What it is, Commander Shepard's Peace and Grease here, and let's talk about those endings. Yes, the Mass Effect 3 endings that have been hotly debated for years now, and will likely be hotly debated for years to come. Now, the key message I want to send here is, if you prefer one ending over the others, that's the right answer for you. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer for somebody else. We all see these endings through our own personal, individual lenses. So bear that in mind. So let's first start with Refuse. Now, Refuse is an option that BioWare begrudgingly put into the game because really players demanded it because they didn't want to accept BioWare's Ex Machina style endings. But they make you pay for it. You lose everything, everyone. Everything that you've done up to this point was a waste of time. The Reapers win. Now, for some players, that was fine. They were willing to accept that because they went out on their own terms rather than BioWare's red, blue, and green terms. The next ending is Control. Now, Control is an ending that just really bothers me. The first reason is you're unleashing this Shepard consciousness to control the Reapers. Who's to say that that's not going to become some type of evil overlord going forward? There's some dangerous implications there. How it's going to be altered in dark space by the Reapers, but that's not even my main problem with Control. My main problem is just the silliness of it. It's just ridiculous. And let me explain what I mean. At the end, with the Control option, it acts as if everyone's just fine with the Reapers now, as if the Reapers are heroes now, that Shepard controls them. It's utterly ridiculous. It's not human nature. In many of these species, Krogan, Turian, Batarian, Quarian, Asari, they all display very human-like natures, meaning they would want justice, payback, revenge, and rightfully so. If you were to follow this timeline out, you would probably find rebel groups rising up to get even with the Reapers, destroy the Reapers, send the Reapers away to never return. And that would be understandable. Let's remove this idea from Mass Effect and put it into, like, World War II, for example. The Nazis did horrific things. At the end of World War II, do you think people would be consoled by the fact that, oh, well, General MacArthur now controls the Nazis?
What do you mean?
No. People would still want justice. And again, rightfully so. They wouldn't be fine with the Nazis walking around, regardless of whose control they're under. They would still want justice. And the same is true here. So this idea that Shepard controlling the Reapers makes everybody just fine with the Reapers being around is utterly ridiculous. It goes against every species we've seen here in this game, in this trilogy. Next is Synthesis. Now, Synthesis is, for lack of a better term, a war crime. It is awful. You're removing everybody's free will, everyone's choice. You're taking it all away. You're making a decision for likely trillions of people. And that's not right. You're altering who they are. You're invading their body and changing their mind, changing their body. The implications are horrific. You had an Asari singer who maybe thought music was a waste of time after Synthesis. You're changing them on a fundamental level. A Turian painter may think art's a waste of time now. They're not going to be the same people who they were before Synthesis. That's horrific. Invading their body, I mean, this is borderline grape. This is a war crime, and this is a choice I can never choose because of it. I can't say the word, but remove the G on grape, and you get the point that I'm making. It's horrific. Period. The end. Now, a lot of people that support Synthesis say, well, but it completely resolves the Reaper War. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, and it will never completely resolve the Reaper conflict. Here, have you ever heard of a little galaxy called Andromeda?
I didn't fight this war so I could give up everything I have.
Any choices you make in Mass Effect 3 do not impact the Andromeda galaxy. And Andromeda, they're already dabbling with AI. So how long do you think it'll be before the Reapers start knocking on their door? And that's only one galaxy that we know about in the Mass Effect universe. There could be potentially hundreds more, all of which will not be impacted by the decisions you make here in Mass Effect 3. So if they start dabbling with AI, the Reapers are going to show up and wipe them out. So how exactly does it resolve the Reaper conflict?
You're asking me to change.
It doesn't. It never has, it never will.
I can't make that decision. I won't.
Next up we have Control. Now Control is another ending that there's one aspect of it that bothers me, and that is you're walking up, a trained soldier is walking up on an explosive container shooting it. This is something you're taught not to do in Mass Effect 1 and in Mass Effect 2 and continues in even Mass Effect 3, but yet you're walking up on an explosive container shooting it. It's ridiculous. Not to mention the fact you're going to lose allies with the Destroy ending. You're going to lose EDI and potentially the Geth. If you've allied the Geth and the Quarians, distributed Legion's consciousness, made the Geth allies, you're going to be losing them now. But I like to think of this in a slightly different light. We know that the Geth have bases in very faraway galaxies. We know that they built bunkers very deep. So there's still potentially Geth somewhere that will continue to exist, regardless of the choice you make here. Furthermore, I still like to believe that there's a part of EDI that we can save. Because we've got the ship, which is where like her core is, and then we've got her body. So maybe we can salvage part of her still. Now a lot of people say, well, yeah, but you destroy the mass relays. Yeah, but the catalyst even states that those who remain can easily repair them. So to me, that's kind of a null and void excuse not to choose destroy. Now, of course, with destroy, if you have enough war assets, you get the breath scene. And a lot of people point to this and say, but Shepard lives. Maybe. I don't honestly know if Shepard lives or not. In fact, I don't even know right now if BioWare knows if Shepard lives or not. Back when Mass Effect 3 initially came out, one developer said that Shepard died, even with the breath scene. Another developer came out and said, it's how you interpret it. Shepard could have lived or died. And I think the final response from BioWare was that Shepard lived. So which answer do you take? I think that the first answer is most likely, but since BioWare isn't giving up on Mass Effect, maybe we get to see Shepard again. So maybe Shepard did live. It's hard to say.
It's time to go.
But again, is there any happy ending here? No. Is there any air quotes good ending here? No. In every one of these endings, you sacrifice something. So really, it's up to you to decide which ending is right for you. And that's going to be the right answer for you. As far as canon, as far as I'm concerned, there can only be one, and that's destroy. But let me know what you guys and gals think down in the comments section below. I respond to everybody that does. What is your favorite ending? And until next time, peace out.